4, 3, 2, 1. And the 0 just kind of skipped out on me, interestingly enough. Hey guys, Ranch here, bringing on a commentary. This is going to be the second set in Group B of the Ro32 of the Bigfile MSL. This is going to be a Fighting Spirit. The upper left position is the Terran player in red. We're going to have sKyHigh of CG Entis fame. At the upper end position in orange, the Zerg player, we're going to have RorO of We Made Fox fame. One of those guys that have the potential to be good players, occasionally are good players, but are significantly inconsistent enough to not be great players. sKyHigh definitely of the two has the more potential, and he's apparently going to bring us some of that potential right here in the form of some cheesy goodness. Now, his TVZ is definitely not the best, and RorO, I believe, all of his matchups under 50. But still, he's a player that can bring the win at any given time. One of We Made Fox's aces. Definitely not at the level of Baby or Mind, I feel, whom I enjoy channel players, but definitely. And he kind of shares, as the best Zerg player of the team, I believe he kind of shares the spotlight with Shine. Both players have that thing where they're, you know, inconsistent, but can beat anybody on a really good day and have. So it's kind of interesting. On the opposite side, we do see a significantly early spawning pull coming up here from RorO, so he might just be on the road to knocking this off. Because Cheese, of all the races, Cheese is the most dangerous by far against Zerg. Because if a Zerg goes for early spawning pool before a hatchery, more often than not, the Cheese will fail. At the very least, it doesn't look like he's going for all in. Only one single barracks. And he is scouting right, though, so he's very lucky in that he is scouting right off the bat. Doesn't seem like he's going for all in because he has a supply depot going on in his main. Does seem to be just working on his economy alongside. Does seem that he's just setting himself up to trying to go for a quick hatchery snipe, but that's not going to happen here because the Zerglings are going to be coming out to do away with this. And right now it just looks like he just might be in a little bit of trouble right now. sKyHigh. RorO, of course, hasn't scouted this yet, and RorO scout the wrong direction, but the very sKyHigh has the intelligence and is going to put down a bunker, so he's going to try to go for this snipe. This seems like a doomed venture just from the start. Marines are on the way, but I'm not even sure whether the bunker will beat these Zerglings. Only a couple Marines, bunker almost ready, couple Zerglings right in the way. It's going to be crucial that there are 3 Marines, you know, 2 Marines, they are already shooting. It's going to be crucial the bunker might actually come up. It's one more SCV coming up. The bunker does come up, 2 SCVs in there. And the Zerglings sneak by yet another Marine coming in here, so we're going to see how effective this is. There are Zerglings at the ready, and all I feel right now RorO needs to do just needs to mass as many, canceling his hatchery. That might actually be the smartest thing to do right there. Canceling his hatchery, see if he can actually go for tech and win that way. Because right now it's just going to be Marines and SCVs, and forcing a cancel is not nearly as effective as killing a hatchery. So at the opposite side, we're going to see the Zerglings going out, getting the scout. And for now, refinery on the way, so we're going to see whether sKyHigh actually going to try to work on getting a factory out there. One Zerg going to try to sneak by, get a scout going. Knows at the very least now where sKyHigh is. Hatchery meanwhile going down inside the main, so he's just going to try to produce like crazy, not getting any gas going, despite the fact that he has an extractor. Not going to push out yet, I believe. Don't think he feels the need to. Might get speed on Zerglings and try to just rush out. That might actually be not a bad idea. He's getting the full scout right now, but just get a mass of Zerglings. Could be dangerous, of course, just with Zerglings, just because of that bunker there. There are a couple of SCVs to repair, so you'd have to be very careful. You have to possibly try to pick off the SCVs before he actually goes in and surrounds the bunker. We're going to see exactly what it is. It doesn't seem like he's going to go for any sort of tech anytime soon. Just working on his Zergling count at the moment. As soon as he gets an additional hatchery, I'm probably just going to get even more Zerglings, then rush out. I'm wondering whether he does have speed going on the way. If he does have Zergling speed on the way, this could actually come out pretty well for him. Factory on the way. The Zerglings trying to delay. Doing a good job. You're trying to delay the factory because Vultures right there could be his biggest enemy. And because there's no academy, no medics out there, so Vultures are going to be pretty much the biggest enemy to RorO, who is producing nothing but Zerglings at the moment. If Vultures come out there in any significant number, it's going to be pretty bad. The Zerglings finally decided this time they do get speed, just get a quick surround on that. Some of them attacking the SCVs. SCV going to go down. The bunker going to go down in seconds. Pretty quick attack here. Pick off those Marines in seconds, and there you go. There's going to be the attack. Factory on the way. SCV's going to come off the line. And Sky going to be forced to protect this ramp and nothing else. And this is going to be pretty bad. Over a control group of Zerglings running across the map, streaming and reinforcement coming in as well. I don't think Sky is going to be able to hold this. Sky looks like he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Morris, he's coming off the line, desperately trying to hold the ramp. Marines firing down. This is probably what's staring death in the faces like. The Zerglings get through, get the surround, pick off the Marines. That's going to be it. More SCVs coming off the line. They're going to be able to do this. Another factory coming up. Bunch of SCVs. sKyHigh has impressed before with SCV micro. He's going to be able to do it this time. Waiting on the Vulture. Finding the Vulture come out. So it's going to be a big help right there. Is going to quench this attack right here. But significant losses already. Lost over half of SCVs, I believe. Meanwhile now, RorO going to get... Did I call him Quanro for the entire time? But RorO going to go for Hydrogen right now. And that's just a perfect reaction. Quick tech switch from him. Vulture's going to be out there. No more Zerglings. Don't have Zerglings out there to react to that. Hatcher going to come up. Some more Zerglings out there just to defend, just in case. And she's just going to pump Hydras pretty quickly, I think. Just going to pump a few Zerglings right now. But probably going to start pumping Hydras as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Just to run across the map and kill. Because right now what you got to do is you got to prevent the Terran player, from getting back in the game. Starport coming up right now. But what you got to do is prevent the Terran player from getting back into the game. Those Vultures could be significantly annoying just because of the lack of a second colony and Hydras. So they might actually force themselves up the ramp if they try hard enough. Two Zerglings coming up here for RorO. Going to go in there, get the spot the Starport. Going to try to pick off another SCV. Successfully, in fact. And just run around and still be annoying. Split the attention. Finally Hydra out there, but surrounded by two Vultures. Not the best thing. Zerglings coming in to support. Got to get a nice surround on that Vulture. Both Vultures go down. So RorO is still just... He just needs to play good old standard. He's going to win this. No big trouble. No big trouble for RorO here. Let's see. Vultures here on the ramp. SCV as well behind to support and repair. Starport, I think he's going for Wraiths, actually. Might be Dropship. Might be Dropship Wraiths. Doesn't seem like the best idea with all those Hydras out there. Bunker coming here at the front for some Marines. Going to continue producing those. Finally has managed to float his barracks inside of his own main. But yeah, it could be in trouble. Only 3 Hydras in here. Not quite sure whether... Let's see how effective that is. 1 Marine there at the back of the bunker there, so that's not going to be enough. Zerglings out there coming in to support, but still now has a nice expansion coming up. His economy's kicking in, and he's done a significant amount of economic damage to sKyHigh. And he just has to prevent... There is a Wraith, actually. Yeah, he just has to prevent sKyHigh from doing any sort of economic damage. sKyHigh, I think, right now would be the best thing to go for a drop. Try to disrupt economy, try to do some damage. He's trying to do that. Gonna get the scout with the Wraith and disrupt some economy. Maybe pick off a drone or two. With those Hydras in there, not going to be very easy, though. But a drop might be the best idea. Of course, he doesn't really have the Vultures to spare. Doesn't have the forces to spare. He needs them back home to defend. But if he had a dropship... Oh, Wraith almost getting picked off there. But if sKyHigh had the dropship, might go for a full Vulture drop and actually might do some damage. But it can't really sacrifice the Vults right now. Machine shop coming up, so might see some tanks coming in there. We're going to see whether it continues with Wraiths or actually does go for a dropship. But just looking at the further the game goes on, the more it looks like sKyHigh is in a significant amount of trouble. Actually, kind of weird that the second that the spawning pool came up before hatchery, sKyHigh looked like he was doomed. And then he went in, he put down a bunker, went for that aggressive action, and forced to cancel, but instead just got himself killed. So finally we're going to see the drop. Going to see those, I think, those 4 Vultures in there, so we can see whether there's a dropship. This is it for sKyHigh, pretty much. He has to get significant amount of damage done with this. He's going to need to get some significant damage done with his dropship, with those Vultures in there. He might manage to do that. And if he does do the damage, he has to follow it up with a good defense. He has to defend very well. Actually, I feel going for the natural would have been a better idea. Those Hydras inside the main and no speed on those Vultures. Not going to make them not nearly as effective as they could have been otherwise. Drones also coming off the line to fight. And, oh man, 1 Vulture. I think it was 1 drone kill in there. Dear God, it's bad. That's just, oh man. Going for the natural would have gotten at least a few more kills. Nothing else, but yeah, that was pretty much the last ditch effort, I think, from Sky. I don't really think he's going to have enough of anything to do anything else. RorO even going to expand the lower right hand right now. At the time, when you can have 3 bases over a Terran player, you're in a pretty good position. Sky's still only on 1, doesn't have the resources to expand because he has to keep troops going. Going to go for another drop. If nothing else, his dropship did survive the attack. But now RorO knows of this. He's ready for this. Actually going to go for an attack here. Nothing but Zerglings. Nice blockading by the SCVs, but way too many Zerglings surrounding the Vulture, killing everything, going inside. an armory actually coming up. Wondering if we got the money for that tech. Gonna go in there trying to kill as many SCVs as possible. Already 4 down, and final IGG from sKyHigh. Yeah, doomed from the start, really. But 2 quick games, 2 quick endings, so we're gonna be seeing a ZVZ in the winners match, so we're gonna see whether Jaedong does get some revenge over people that have defied him. Gonna see how it goes. GG guys, thanks for listening, hope you enjoyed.